Hi, I'm Jen Cam, and this is Jen Cam Plays Board Games. Today we're going to be continuing our journey of Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies. Okay, so there are a couple of corrections I want to make that I realized after the last couple of videos. So one of the corrections I want to make are regarding the wandering encounters. When you're doing the wandering encounters, you should also be using stamina. No way I can really correct that. That's one of those things that I got excited and I just think I've forgotten to do that. The other thing I noticed is in the last video, I was sure that we had an Ogden route, and we should have. During some of the events or encounters, there were a couple times that we got rewards that I forgot to give to us. So one of those was an Ogden route and the other one was a rope. So I am going to go ahead and put those with the rest of our inventory. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So we are going to be starting a new turn. So we are going to draw 2 ability cards. And we have Dodge and Guts. Dodge says, when an enemy encounter attacks this character, draw Fate. If +5, block 2. Okay? And Guts, +1 self each time any player explores. Wow. So I actually don't have any cards in hand right now. We used them all when we put the dexterous on Jesse. So we're going to hold on to these, but think we're going to put Guts on somebody, maybe Jesse, since I think she's going to be our main attacker. Okay, so now we will draw an event card, hope for something good. Relentless Hunt. A hunter needs to escape a beast that is tracking him. This remains in play until you move the plane or camp. If you camp, do not gain the rewards below. Well, shucks. I was going to camp soon. Now I wish I'd camped before we did the turn. Oh, meat and a sand honey, though. I've already moved the plane here. Okay, we'll see what happens. Let's move that out of the way. And we are going to take 1 time to move here, which is where our plane is. I mean, we could come back, but that seems a little silly. The problem is I do need to camp. The reason why I need to camp is this is a perception 10, and I want to get our adventure cards back so I can use the binoculars. With the binoculars and Jesse, we'd already have 6 out of 10. So if I want to search for this weapon, I really want to make sure that I have the binoculars available to us. On the other hand, though, if everybody does the search, we should still be able to do it. But either way, we are not there yet. So let's explore. We're going to use 2 time. That's going to give Azarius a stamina back. And let's check out entry 21 in the storybook. Okay, so we have another wandering encounter. So hopefully we do it right this time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do not have keyword silk, so we're not going to worry about that one, at least not that I remember. Let's double check. Okay, we do not. So let's have Claire help an engineer with her 4 craft. Ooh, or do we want to investigate the tower? You know, we do not have really anyone that has a lot of cunning, so that's unfortunate. We're definitely going to have to work on that one. Let's have Miguel walk outside the city. Let's have Jesse and Ed investigate the tower. And Azarius is going to explore a sewer pipe. Okay, so let's start with Jesse and Ed. This time we're going to remember to take the stamina off. And they have a base of 3. And they get a 6. Oh gosh. Didn't even have to use both of them. But that's okay. So that is going to give us quest 87. Wet leaves clog the stairwell inside the old tower. The place looks like it was once an armory. Rusty helmets and broken swords litter the corridors. Beneath a table dotted with fist-sized spider nests, you find a curved sword. Gain adventure card 65. Place this card in completed quest. Why are there so many spiders in this game? Why? Okay, adventure card 65. Okay, and we got a storm sword. Ooh. It is 2 plus a die roll, plus savvy, defense of 1, but with synergy it removes 3. Miguel has 3 savvy, so this is going to be his weapon of choice. Good find, Jesse and Ed. Okay, so speaking of Miguel, let's have him go next, and it is a walk outside the city, and we are going to grab another Ogden root. We have a couple of recipes that require that, and that is going to help. Okay, now Azarius is going to explore the sewer, which is quest 133. Rats scramble through the filthy water. A fit of coughing echoes from the darkness ahead, where a man in rags huddles. Please, the rebels are in a desperate state, and guards are looking for me. Help the man by losing one resource and marking a box for the Stormcloak rebels. Or, tell the guards about him, gain one whiskey, and mark a box for King Trucium. Then place his cart. We're going to help him. Oh gosh, what do we want to give up? I think we're going to give up a sand honey, and we will mark another box for the rebels. We are now at level 5 with the rebels. Kind of wishing I had sent him to the alley instead, but it is what it is. So Claire's going to go next. She will lose 1 stamina, and she's going to help an engineer, and she's going to need a 3 or higher to pass the test. Oh my gosh, a fail is 7. That'll kill her. Oh my God. I was not paying attention to that. Oh, 3 or higher. It is a 7. Thank God. Oh man, there's a cunning card that we need. Okay, so if she passed that just fine, she'll get quest 88. A grease-stained woman carries a massive wrench. These pipes are ancient, but the city thrives on the hot steam they carry from the deep. You help her mend a leaky pipe, and she gives you a fat key covered in rust. This opens many doors in the city, she says. I've got plenty of copies back at home. Gain adventure card 66. Place this card and complete a quest. Oh man, if we had come here first, there was something that we could have done if we had the key. I bet you it has to be this key. Engineer's key. Ooh, look at that. 2 craft as well. Nice. I fully admit I am not taking nearly as good notes as I would be if I were not filming. So I have no idea where that was. I'm literally going to have to go back and watch my own videos in order to take notes. If you are playing, take better notes than me. And by that, I mean actually take notes. Okay, so let's go back to the map. Okay, so I'm still trying to decide. We are at a place with the plane. If we want to go to Prawn, which is the distant location that we found to help, that's going to be a battle though, and we're pretty injured. I think no matter what, I'm not going to be able to get this meat and sand honey before, we're going to have to rest. So I'm not going to worry about that. So we are going to spend 1 time. We're going to move down here. We can't explore because we only have 1 time. So we will go ahead and start a new turn. So we will get 2 more ability cards, and they are Makeshift and Quick. With Makeshift, we can use a torch and a stamina to add 2 to Fate. I mean, I wouldn't mind having more Moxie, but I don't know if I want to use torches to add 2 Fate. And then Quick, if this character defeats an enemy, the final counter attack deals half the damage round up. Ooh, I want to place that though because I need Ed to get higher in cunning. So we will hold on to these, and we're going to spend 2 time to explore 17. Okay, on second thought, let me think about this because I am running low on stamina and cards, and I know I'm going to have to use some things and a lot of people to search for that weapon. So maybe instead I'll use that 2 time to actually go 1, 2, and then we can spend 1 time. So I use that one for the movement. We can use 1 time and try to get to 10 for searching for a weapon. So we are going to use pretty much everyone, including Jesse's last stamina. So Jesse gives us 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and we got 3. Oh, thank God. I was debating putting the 1 back. Oh, we just got it on 10. Okay, so now we can gain adventure card 131. And 131 is Mechanical Fist. Synergy gain 3 block, but it is 1 attack plus a dice roll plus craft, and remove a power token. So 100%, this is going to be a clear. With all these cards that add to the attack, maybe it really is worth to really bump people up on their different tracks, but I want to have people I want everybody to have ability to help with at least 2 different types of challenges. Okay, awesome. So that is going to go in our combat deck, and this will go into the completed quests. Okay, let's see what is at 49. 49 reads, an iron chest sits near a boulder, dusty with red dust. We could break it open, which is a strength 13, or pick the lock, craft 10. Well, we will 100% be doing craft 10. Claire will give us 4. So let's see what we get and see if we're going to add anything. Oh my gosh, Claire loses 2 health. Go figure. 1, 2. Oh, okay, let's see. So we're up to 9. That's fine. We will use Mikra's aid there to get to the 10. So you can go to 49.1 that says you find a large pearl stained orange from the rusty chest. Draw event card 75, Mikra's pearl. Draw 1 ability card, cross off location 49, and return to map. Okay, so we have Mikra's pearl, which will remove frightened, low morale, and madness. We are gaining ability card defend. This character may take damage meant for another character. Not that great, but it's a moxie. And I have marked off number 49 off of our map. So I think we're going to spend these 3 to put guts on Jessie. She's too strong in battles right now, and I want to keep her that way. So if she can self-heal every time we explore, which obviously is fairly often, that is a major bonus for us. Jessie can take 2 more cards, and she's already pretty full. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to go back there. That will use the rest of our time for this turn. And that way, I think we're going to fly to Pran. We'll rest when we get there, and then explore and see what's going on. And then I think for right now, we do have this riddle stone right here. Since this is a major city and where the king is, I kind of assume we'll probably come back here another time. So I think we'll go to Pran and then fly to a different part of the map and kind of see what's going on. I think that's the plan. So that is the end of the turn. So we will move that up, gain 2 ability cards. And we have aim, which will allow us to spend a fatigue to remove a power token, and buff +1 attack. Holy God, that's expensive. If I wanted to put that on Jessie or Azarias, that would cost us 6 cards. I'd have to have a full deck, a full hand. Oh, and we explored, and I forgot to give Azarias his fatigue. Oh, man. That is something we could consider for Miguel, though, because he does have a base of 1. Okay, so we're going to do that. Now we're going to, oh my gosh, it's another quest situation. Okay, before we reveal the quest card, I want to heal Claire because she is down to 5. So let's make some stew. It's going to take a meat and a root. That is going to be 6 health. Let's give her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll give Jessie a stamina back. While we're just doing things, let's use Umlad's bait, which will give us 2 meat and a sand honey. And I think that's it for now. So let's see what our next event card is. Orphesh inflicted a curse wound on me. Place this card face down beneath... Oh, wait, we did that already. When you draw it, turn to 110. This counts as your event card draw.
Mikra visits you at dusk, her eyes like moonlight shining in the dim.
Orphesh put a curse on Claire. Why didn't you help us? Can you heal her?
Says Miguel. Mikra examines the curse wound that still burns on your neck.
I cannot cure this wound in my current state. And I'm sorry I couldn't help you face Orphesh. I was too weak, and he would have killed me.
Why are you so weak? What happened to the gods? Weren't they strong?
Yes, they were, in ancient times. And they were strong when the gods were awakened by the earth woman named Sophie Odessa 8 years ago. But a group called the Red Heretics found a way to weaken the gods by destroying their totems. Most of them are Alzarian, but members of many nations are secret Red Heretics. They search the world over for more totems, for they wish to destroy the gods forever.
But if the Red Heretics kill you, we won't be able to get home,
says Jessie. Azarias looks uncomfortable.
Yes, but we need not worry about them. They are far away from here.
Not so far. They often hide who they are, but you'll meet many of them in this land. I fear you must defeat Orphesh if you wish to remove this curse. My visions tell me he has gone to the boiling lake in the northeast to meet with Shorme, the goddess of earth and fire.
Before leaving, Mikra gives you another dormant totem, a mysterious crystal, a map, and a sword made of coral.
Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I like how it ties into the original Sleeping Gods. That's pretty awesome. Now we know what happened. Okay, so we're going to complete this quest of 129. Okay, so quest 126 is the dormant token Balmstone. 130 is keyword boiling. Orphash has journeyed to the boiling lakes near Milius, and we must follow him there if we are to remove my curse. Mikra told us that she will heal us when we find Orphash, so that we are ready for the fight. Oh, I don't think we're ready right now. I don't think we're there yet. And 208 is going to be, another search for treasure. Okay, and it looks like this search for treasure is over by that bell tower that we were already at, but we did not go to a lot of places on that map, so we're going to have to go back eventually anyway. So we also got adventure card 130, which is Mikra's Shard. Remove 4 power tokens, plus 1 attack, 1 damage, plus a die roll, plus Savvy. So this is another good one for Miguel or Azarius, who both have 3 Savvy. And we have adventure card 133, which is the Coral Sword. Oh my god. So 0 plus 2 dice roll plus cunning. Yeah, we're going to have to get our cunning up. Okay, so I think we are going to fly. So when we fly, it takes 2 time. And we are going to fly to this discovered location of Prawn. So to kind of signify that, we are also going to just move clear there because that's where we are right now. So I will just close our atlas. We will lose 1 fuel. And now we will draw fate. And we are very much looking for a low number. Oh my god, it's a 7. So because we moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations plus 7, that is the most amount of damage we could take. 11 or higher is 3 plain damage. So that is going to take us down to 1. All right, that was pretty painful. We are going to use Eugene right now to restore 1 health for the plain. I think this is the only way to do that. So we are up to 2 plain health. Okay, so we are going to camp next. Everybody will get their stamina back. Everybody gains 2 health. And thankfully, we get all of our cards back. And we didn't have any status tokens to remove. Oh, that's another thing I was doing wrong. I'm not sure why I was looking at the things and it said each, but it definitely says remove 1 status. So I was removing them off of multiple people, not just 1. When you camp, it's remove 1 status off of 1 person, not 1 status off of each person. Oh, and silly me, obviously the repair is here. So you can use Eugene to repair 1, or you can use 1 time plus your craft, draw fate to repair the plane. Okay, let's see what we have at 114 in the storybook. I have a feeling it's going to be combat.
As you fly in, you can see the smoke and flames from above. The village of Pran is on fire. Azarius is unable to take his eyes away from the burning town.
Ollie, please! There are so many people down there!
But as you rush to the village's aid, you're blocked just outside the gates by a group of robed figures, their indistinct bodies bristling with weapons of all sorts. A towering man steps forward. Underneath his hood, he has the face of a bull. When he speaks, his voice is a low rumble.
Turn back. This village suffers a just punishment for harboring heretics. We will allow no interference.
Before you have time to respond, Azarius shouts a curse, pulls out his weapon, and charges forward.
Okay, so we are battling Mythian Zealots. Compared to some of the other things, these aren't looking too terrible. These 2 will add or deal 2 damage to 1 person. This one will add a power to 1 ally. Not super stressed about this. Let's check our deck and see our combat deck and see if there's any cards we want to take out. We still need to have the minimum of 14. Okay, so we are taking Disorient, Flank, Whip, and the Spider Silk Gun out. Yes, if we have Synergy, it does a 3 attack, which would be nice, but I am not super worried about the amount of power tokens they have. So these are going to go into our unused combat cards. Okay, and our 5 starting cards are going to be Machete, the Coral Sword, Taunt, Mad Charge, and the Net Gun. Hopefully those ones that are still in there that remove the power tokens we get early. So finally, we get one of those at the beginning and not at the end. I think it's going to be a good plan to kind of start removing some of these early on, because if we don't get them till later, especially the ones that don't do damage, it's not super helpful. And just making sure we have really good defense. Ed has our highest cunning, so he will use the Coral Sword, which leaves Mad Charge for Claire with her 3 Moxie. Let's have Miguel use the Net Gun, and Azarius is going to use the Machete. Okay, so only Claire is going to need Claire and Ed need synergy tokens, but that is okay. So let's have Miguel go first. He is going to go after this Mythian Zealot. He will remove the 2 power tokens, deal 2 damage, so we'll go 1 and 2. He has a defensive 2, so he will not take any damage. And we will give that synergy token to Ed. Ed will go after the middle Mythian Zealot. Oh, this is our first time rolling 2 dice. So he has a base of 0. We're rolling 2, and he has 2 cunning. So right now we're at a base of 2. Let's see if we're as lucky as we were before or not. Okay, but we didn't get any zeros. So that is going to be an attack value of 3. Okay, so that's a bummer, because if we had 2 more, that would have been helpful. I don't think we're going to use any adventure cards. I think we are just going to do the 2 damage, because that's kind of, we just want to make sure that they're not doing us damage later. We're going to remove 1 power token, and this will block. Oh, I'm sorry. We're using the synergy to remove 2 power tokens. That's right. So we're moving both of those. He will block 1. So he only takes 1 damage. He covered a synergy token, so we were going to give that to Claire. But we're going to have Azarius go next. You know what? We're not going to have Azarius go next. We are going to have Claire go next. And she's going to go after the Mythian Zealot. And she's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on her attack. And since it has 1 defense, it's really going to be 5. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will give us a synergy token that we're going to give to Jessie, hopefully. Ooh, but you know what? We do have this taunt that we know we'll have next turn. And this is our last synergy. Oh, man. That makes this rough. It's Claire's attack, which is a bummer, because if we get Whirlwind, I'll definitely want Claire to have it. Azarias has some pretty good options too, though. So we're actually going to give this synergy to him to use for the next round. But Jessie's going to take a counter attack of 3, but she's going to block 1. So she's going to take 2 damage. This will go into our discard pile. And last but not least, we have Azarias. And it doesn't really matter which one of these he is going to attack. So let's go with this one. I mean, if we get really high, maybe we can get the splash damage over there. So he's going to have a base of 2, and we're going to roll the combat die. Oh, and it is a 3, so we have 5. That is awesome. We are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it doesn't have any block, so he is going to take 2 damage. But luckily, he has self-heal at the end of combat, so he will get those right back. So it is now the enemy phase. This one will gain 1 power token back. But we did manage to cover everything else up, so we will get our next 5 cards. And we have Hidden Strike, Precise Strike, Whirlwind Hit, figures, Bone Mace, and Double Punch. Oh, but Double Punch, both of these, I like Azarius to use. Okay, so, but Jessie also has high strength now. Oh, and of course we also still have Taunt. So let's give Precise Strike to Jessie since she has 4 Perception. Jessie can go twice, so let's give her the Double Punch, and we'll give the Bone Mace to Azarias, and we'll give the Taunt to Ed for a guaranteed attack of 3. So let's have Ed go first. He's going to go after the middle one. It is an automatic attack of 3, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And he removes the 1 power token. So that is he'll get hit for 2. So he is down to 8. You know what I'm going to make a quick change. I'm actually going to have Jesse use the bone mace and Azarius use the double punch. Oh, it's so funny though. Look, I didn't even realize this. This is actually Miguel's, I think looks like Miguel with glasses. I don't know. In the jacket, I think that's actually Miguel. Okay, and precise strike is Claire. Huh, look at me paying attention. Okay, so I am going to have Azarius go next. Azarius. Go next, he's going to go after this Mythen Zealot. He is going to have a base of 4 plus the die roll, and it is, oh my god. And it's not even like that one was the lucky one. I left that one out. Okay. So it's actually overkill because I was going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is dead. Azarius will take 2 damage. All right. Now it is up to Jesse to take out the last 2 on her own, which she will not be able to do. She would have to hit like ridiculous to get those. But then even then, she only has 6, so she wouldn't be able. She can't take them both out. But that's okay. We are getting closer. So I think first, Jesse is going to go after this zealot. That does the swap. So we'll just get these turned around and swapped. Maybe that was going to help us. Maybe, because she can do some splash damage. But I think it's too much. She doesn't have enough damage she can do. Okay, so she has 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the dice roll, which is 2. So that is 7, which is enough and then 7. So that is enough to, because no, I did this one. Oh, shoot. Okay, bummer. Oh, no. We're going to waste one. Shucks. Okay. I mean, she's hitting with a 6, so I really shouldn't be complaining. So we are going to go get these 2, and then she will take 3 damage, but we will use our Lucan gloves to block all 3. This will go in our discard pile, and then next up is Jesse again with precise strike, and that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attack damage. So she is going to splash damage 1 for here, 3 for there, 3 for here. And she blocks 1 damage, so she goes down 1 health. And now this one is gone. He can't do anything. Next up, we have our pistol, mechanical fist, another pistol, the storm sword, and Mikra's shard. We just need to make sure that Jesse gets to 4. I'm going to give her both of the pistols to give her the best chance. And then we'll just deal these out however. So Jesse will go first. We will roll. As long as we don't get -1. We got -1! Ah! Oh my gosh. Colin and Barrett, what have you done to me? She can re-roll. And it's a 0. So we take care of that. She's going to take 2 damage. And we have succeeded in combat.
The cultists defeated, Azarius picks up the axe of the fallen bullman and tosses it to you.
Let's go.
It takes the rest of the night, but working together with the villagers, you manage to put out all the fires and chase away the remaining cultists. But Azarius still looks unsettled. He stares into every face and every corner, looking for something he cannot find. Jesse watches his continued panic with sympathy.
Is there anything more we can do to help?
Azarius looks like he's about to answer, but he changes his mind, closing himself off again. He turns away.
It's been a long night, and you've all done so much already. You should all get some rest. I can keep searching on my own.
Nonsense,
says Ed, although he's visibly exhausted.
If there's work that still needs to be done, we'll do it.
So adventure card 129 is the Mythen Axe. That is an attack of 4 plus the dice roll plus strength. Heck yeah, I am loving that. Okay, so now we have another wandering encounter. It says when all characters have been placed, gain quest 191 and read it aloud. Okay, so we're going to have Jessie look for more survivors. That's going to be, she already has 4 out of 5. Claire is going to help repair homes because she has a high craft. We'll have Azarius break into a basement. That sounds like a really crap thing to do. Phil will be 2 weakness. Miguel is going to investigate the cultist camp. I don't know if I want to possibly risk gaining 2 weakness, but it is what it is. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's have Miguel go first. He'll spend 1 stamina, and he has a 3 base, so he needs a 3 or higher, and it's a 1. Oh no! Oh no! Let's go ahead and use Emirian to give us the extra 2 that we need to get up to 6, so we can gain quest card 192. The cultists left very little behind when they launched their attack. You find a few remaining supplies in a half-burnt propaganda pamphlet warning of the dangers of something called the Red Her. Miguel squints at the pamphlet. This could be an important clue, he says. Jessie disagrees. It could just be a red herring, she says. Gain 1 torch, place this card in completed quests. Okay, speaking of Jessie, let's have her use her stamina to check for survivors as long as she gets a 1. Oh, there's what we needed before. Okay, so she's going to get quest 190. You pull a family, a mother, a father, and 2 children, out of a collapsed building, and they shower you with gratitude. When the mother sees Azarius, she rushes up to him. I saw Zenig fleeing the village with some of the others. I'm not sure where they went. Azarius looks relieved. Gain 1 rope. Place this card in completed quests. So Claire is going to help repair houses. She also just needs a 1 or higher. Okay, now that I adjusted for the sun that's decided to come out. Okay, so, oh my gosh, there's a 7. When I need 1s, I get 6 and 7. What the heck is that? Okay, but we will put that in our discard, and we're going to gain 1 root and 1 sand honey. I really like having the roots because we have quite a few recipes that need them. Oh, great. And now we have to do the one we need a 7. Or we need an 8. So we have to get a 3 or higher. I really don't want to have to discard something. All right, so he has a base of 4, so we need 4 or higher. Crap. All right, it's an 8. Ooh, fire trap though, not an attack, 2 damage. That's very expensive, but that might be nice to throw in there because I feel like we were getting a lot of the whiskey. Okay, anyway, that's not what we're doing right now. We're going to place that. We are going to gain quest 193. The contents of the basement are almost entirely untouched by the fires or cultists. Gain 1 torch, 1 og root, 1 sand honey, and 1 blood flower. Nice! Oh, okay, sorry. There's one I wanted for a totem, but it wasn't the blood flower I needed. But that's good. Those will still help with our totems. So I'm going to grab those, put this in our discard, and then we will return to the map. Oh, we don't have a return to the map. We will put this map away. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do the when all characters are placed. Shoot. Okay. Yeeks. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too bad. Azarius checks under another rock and finds another letter. Once again he reads hungrily, but this time it must be good news. His whole body visibly relaxes as he reads. Zeneg has taken some of our people to a camp further north, where the cultists won't be able to find them. The camp is close to Thistletown. It shouldn't take us much effort to get there. Complete quest 161 and 162. Gain quest 163. Play this card in completed quests. Okay, so quest 161 and 162 are letter and this location. So we are not able to come back here later, but we will gain quest 163. Azarius received news that his allies from Prawn have resettled in a hidden camp near Thistletown, and he'd like us to check in on them. Keyword lost. Okay, so Thistletown is down here. So I'm thinking maybe the camp is going to be here, or maybe here. But that was kind of where I was thinking about going anyway. I'm just not sure if I can fly here. Okay, so before we fly here, I think need to... Oh, first we need to do this. So we are going to gain the meat and the sand honey. Or did I already do that? I'm not sure. If I did it, I probably would have discarded it. I don't know. Well, we're going to gain a meat and a sand honey. And this event can be discarded. But I think we're going to spend the 1 time to repair. Okay, so Claire is going to perform the craft action. I think she's the only one that has craft currently. or a decent amount of craft. Okay, so Claire's going to do the craft. So she has 4 base. So we're going to flip for fate and then add craft plus fate. And it's 4. So we're 8. So we only do, one. Only 1. Let's use Mikra's aid to increase that by 1. So that way we can heal for 2. That gets us up to 4. And then we're going to use Eugene now to get that up to 5. Because when we travel, we're probably going to take some damage. So let's avoid having to use our camp time. Because I really don't want to do that. So now we use a fly action to move, which is 2. We'll lose 1 fuel. And we're moving, I think this counts, you know what? It didn't really matter, but this counts as a distant location. So I counted 1 higher. But either way for the damage, then we had it as 12, I think. So we still would have taken the same amount of damage. But when you're at a distant location, I believe it actually is from this location. So we're counting 1, 2, and we will draw fate. Oh my gosh. Oh, clear. Oh, golly. All right. Sorry. What the heck? Come on. Jeez. And it's 5, so that's high. So I'm sure that's bad. So that's a 7. So, okay, at least it's only 1 damage. So we'll go back down just the 1. But oh my gosh, Claire just took a bunch of damage from these stupid curse cards. We were doing pretty good after that battle. But let's use our first aid and Tear of Mikra to heal 9 all around. So let's do... Azarius should have healed 2 from combat. Is an explorer, so she won't get anything right now. So let's do 2, 4, and 5. Oops. Yeah, 5. Yep, 5. Okay. So we'll do that, put these in discard. Gosh, that was rough. Either way, we are now in Harkian Forest, and it is the end of our turn. So since it's the end of our turn, we will move our timer back up. We will draw 2 ability cards. Ooh, another, but it's a 7. But for our ability cards, we got Exploit and Entrap. Don't think I want to use a 7 as much as I really want some Cunning cards. I don't think I want to attach a 7. Same with Exploit. So we will just hold on to these for right now. Maybe, though. I think what we'll actually do, though, is discard these 3, so the 2 we just got, plus another one, to attach this quick to Ed. So we can kind of increase our Cunning a little bit, so it's a little low. This allows him, if this character defeats an enemy, the final counterattack deals half damage rounded up. He's not usually the one that's at the end taking anybody out, but hey, maybe that's just something we'll have to consider in the future. But no matter what, at least now he has a base of 3 for Cunning. Last but not least, we will draw an event. Iron Tooth Bats. What? Oh my god, thank god we healed the plane. Huge bats scratch and chew the plane, eating bits of the metal. Immediately take 2 plane damage. Turn in, gain 1 threat. Draw fate plus threat. If 6 plus, take 1 plane damage. Oh my god. Okay. So our plane is down to 2. This remains in effect until we move the plane. Move the plane, take 1 plane damage. Okay, so for threat, at the end of our turn, we're going to place a damage token on this card. We just got here. I think we have to get rid of this, and we're running low on fuel. So perhaps what we do is fly to the geysers, where we can refuel for 2 resources and hopefully repair our plane, and at least that will get rid of that one. This is not how I wanted to start our turn. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we are going to spend 2 time to fly. We will go to the geysers. Since we flew, we will draw fate, and we have 6. So we take 1 damage, because why not? Let's actually use Ed's ability to redraw and see if we can get under 6, then we don't take any damage, because it is hard to repair. Oh my god, it's an 8. So we take 2 damage. Alright, so we will use our basic gear to redraw, and it's back to the 6. Well, we just wasted a whole bunch of stuff to get. Still take 1, but that is the way that works. Such a bummer. Wasted 2 6s and an 8, which that 8 plus Claire would have been, I don't know, healing 2 damage. Oh, man. But we are going to get rid of this card. Soon we'll repair. I just need to remember to use this next time. I kind of forgot about it because we could have bumped up a little further and healed the plane more. Since we are here, though, we are running low on fuel. We are going to pay 2 resources. So let's use our sand honey since we have a lot of those. And we'll be able to refuel our plane all the way back up to 5. And you can only do that when you're at the plane location. Claire is at the plane location on the geysers map. Oh, we are running low on stamina. I think while we're here, though, we should see if there's any search for treasure on this spot. At least any cards that we currently have. You know what? I think maybe... Yes. That is a match. So let's head in that direction and then come down to the town. I don't think we've actually done a search for treasure, just the search for a weapon. Okay, so we are going to use 1 time to move here. And we are going to use our last 2 time to explore 80. Anytime anybody explores, Jesse is going to gain a health and Azarius will gain a stamina token. So let's see what we have at location 80.
Here at the doorstep of the God Eye lies the graveyard of those claimed by the portal and the Health Ark. Steel bones litter the fields, and smoke drifts from the wreckage. One of the planes has been fashioned into a dwelling. A wooden wall closes off a section where the steel body has been ripped in half. Ed knocks on the door, and a man in a strange mix of clothing, no doubt scrounged from the crashed planes, answers with a grin. He tells you he sells valuables from the crashed planes.
The Health Ark downed most of these flying machines, but some crashed on their own. We can transport the fuel to your craft if you need it. We did that a few times for some other customers, but the Health Ark killed every one of them as soon as they went near the God Eye.
Do you A, buy fuel, B, scrounge the planes for something useful, or C, leave?
So we already refueled, so we don't need to worry about that. I really don't want to take the 14 health in order to search the planes, and I don't think we have anything that's going to really help us get to 14. So I think we're just going to gain the 1 torch and return to map, but at least we know now where we need to go once we are ready to end the game. So we are out of time, so we will move our timer back to the top. We'll grab our last 2 ability cards before we reshuffle. Ooh, deception and rehearse. We can use stamina to get more cunning. Rehearse, we can redraw fate once per challenge. I want to equip those. Yeah, we'll have to figure out where we want to put those. We'll hold on to them for now. And of course, we will draw another event. I feel like we're just going so much quicker than we were before. Oh, gosh. Something haunts us. I've seen it, sometimes at night, like a big wolf with red eyes. 2 frightened and a meat. Gross. So when they're frightened, they cannot attack. We're going to put 1 on Azarius because he can remove frightened. And I think the other one's going to go on Miguel. If at some point we gain more that we can't remove, he does have that if any player camps, remove 1 status effect from this character. But we're just going to use Azarius's ability right now to remove... Oh, it's 2 of them. Okay. 2 to remove this frightened, because as soon as we explore, he'll get some back anyway. I mean, it could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. Okay. Let's spend 2 time to move here. We will discard a rope for the obstacle. So now we can spend 1 time to search for treasure. These are really high really high tests. Maybe we actually just wait? Like, our perception's high, but it's not that high. Even with Jesse's high perception, we would have to draw a 7 just to get the lowest one. So you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to take our rope back, because I think instead we'll spend that 2 time to come down here. We are still getting things that we need other ways, but I think for right now, we're going to wait till we get a little bit stronger and then really seek out those treasure spots. So we're going to spend our last 2 time. Azarius will get his stamina. Jesse will heal a wound. And let's see what is at 46.
A bearded man beckons you inside.
This used to be a temple to Shormi, goddess of rock and fire. But now, it's my workshop. I study artifacts from the old Pan Empire. Before their gods destroyed it, the empire stretched all the way from Alzaria to the northern tundra.
The man turns to Azarius.
You're a Lucran, aren't you? It seems Lucra is to share the same fate as Pan.
Azarius clenches his fist.
Yes, I was there when Lucas City was destroyed by Shomi.
Sorry to hear that. At least if the rumors are true, the gods have lost much of their power thanks to a group called the Red Heretics. Let's hope it's permanent, eh?
Let's hope.
Do you A, enter the workshop? B, ask the man to examine the metal box you found? Or C, share a drink?
Okay, so we don't have keyword box, but let's enter the workshop.
Old weapons, tablets, armor, and scrolls line the walls. A giant rock sits in the middle of the room.
That rock was dropped by the Health Ark many years ago. I decided to repair the damage to the building and just leave the rock there.
Behind a glass case, you see a small pebble covered in strange markings. Azarius whispers to you.
That is another totem.
Do you A, bargain for the totem? B, steal the totem? Or C, leave?
So between Miguel and Azarius, we do have a base of 6, and we need 12 to do the savvy. Plus, we would give up 3 resources. We do have a decent amount of resources right now, but I don't know if I want to give up 3 of them. And we don't really have any way. I mean, I could spend resources or stamina to get higher savvy. If we fail, we would have to pay another 3 resources or make a different choice. I'm not quite sure I'm going to want to have to rest. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, we're going to use both Miguel and Azarius and also Ed and Claire. That gives us an 8. So we're going to draw a 4 or higher or use Azarius' last stamina to get another one. Yikes. But first we're going to shuffle our deck. Oh my gosh, I just realized I never cleared that synergy from our last battle. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 4 or higher. And of course we have 6. Okay, so I needed to spend the resources. We are going to spend, let's do a sand honey, a meat. We have quite a few torches now. Let's use a torch. And we can make more if we need to. And 46.4 says, it's probably just an old rock anyway, says the man giving you the totem. Gain quest 26, return to the map. And quest 26 is a dormant token, stone of snow. And we need 3 of those diamonds in order to restore it. That is an expensive totem. That's really expensive. We don't even have a single one. We don't have one. Okay, so since that is the end of our turn, I think we're actually going to stop there. I really hope you are enjoying this playthrough. If you are, please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it as this channel is growing. It really does help. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.